At long last, guys, I'm back making content on the test server, and this is maybe the guide I am most excited to share with you of all time. You can see behind me, we solo DPS'd Gear Raid 1 with VALARA. What stage, you ask? Stage 21. Here's the best part. She is in her artifact at base promotion, which everyone will get for free through the anniversary event, and her gear is all tier 1. She is not in any red and yellow gear. She is wearing an Annihilating Might set on the left, and she's wearing a Wisdom set on the right. This is completely and utterly accessible to everyone if you're lucky enough to get VALARA. We're using all epics, plus the Queen VALARA herself. This is freaking awesome. It's going to be a great showcase of her ability. And then at the end, I'm going to show her off in 122 as a solo DPS. She cannot do the whole thing, but oh my God, she can kill over half the enemies in 122, which is just mind-boggling levels of DPS.
We will not be testing her in 122 due to some inconsistencies in testing, but here are the damage stats from the run that was done.
Before we get into it, I've got 2 pieces of housekeeping. You can skip ahead a couple minutes if you want and go straight to the guide, but you're probably going to want to hear this because I'm doing a couple big giveaways. If you did not know, I've been playing another game called Etheria Restart for almost 2 months now and absolutely loving it. It launched globally just over a month ago, and I decided I had too many content ideas to have videos on this channel, so I made a new channel entirely dedicated to Etheria Restart. And because I'm launching a new channel, I want to get you guys over to this channel and subscribing. So of course, I've got a bunch of really good giveaways. You can see right now I have not shared the channel with anyone besides myself and my girlfriend. Those are the 2 subscribers. Shout out to Soup. By the time this video goes live, my first video on the channel will be live and you guys can go watch it. To thank you guys for always supporting me and to celebrate the launch of the new channel, I'm doing some big Watcher of Realms giveaways. I'm going to give away 4 content takeovers in Watcher of Realms to 4 lucky winners. But on top of that, if by the end of the weekend, so when Monday morning comes my time, about 36 hours from now, if we have hit 1,000 subscribers, I will give away an additional 2 takeovers. Moreover, if somehow we hit 1,500 subscribers by the end of the weekend, I'll add another 2, so it'll be 8 total. But we've got that great base of 4, so 4 lucky ones of you that want a takeover are gonna win them. But how do you participate? How do you sign up? Well, it is simple. You've got to do 2 things. First and foremost, head over to my Etheria channel. It is called Etheria Station. I worked very hard on these graphics, believe it or not. I can't believe how long such simple graphics took me to make. But head over here, subscribe to the channel, and then go to my new video and comment #WarGang. We'll put that hashtag right above my head right now. Right? #WORG gang. Once you've done those 2 very simple things, go to the channel, subscribe, and get in the comments and write #WarGang. You immediately will be entered for a chance to win a free content takeover. Like I said, 4 lucky winners. If we hit 1,000 subs by the end of the week on the new channel, it will be 6 total. And if we hit 1,500, it will be 8 total. Final thing before we head into the guide, if you also play Etheria Restart, check out the video. I'm doing a big giveaway. I'm gonna buy 3 different players that follow the instructions in the video a 10 pull of Light Dark Summons, 10 Apex prototypes. If you're familiar with the game, that is expensive. It's like 31 or 32 bucks each, so it's like almost 100 bucks at giveaways. It will sincerely make me so happy in such a big way. I've been very busy lately, but obviously having a lot of fun, playing 3 different games, really getting into the gacha scene, and if we could get this channel started on the right foot, it would mean the world to me. All right, back to Watcher of Realms. Let's do some VALARA stuff. I think what I want to do is show you VALARA's build, just so I can prove no power of dominance, all tier 1 gear, base level artifact, base promotion artifact. We are going to absolutely cook. Then I'll head right into the battle and walk you through that because I do want a lot of people to use this as a guide. If you get VALARA, very simple gearing because you don't have to use only tier 1 gear if you don't want to. Very simple gearing, and you also don't have to run her as a solo DPS if you don't want to. I'm only going to deploy 6 total units. It's VALARA and the 5 epics. I will not deploy Raiden, and I will not deploy Pyros. So you can just bring 2 more DPS, and the gear requirement gets so freaking easy. She is stupidly strong. So let me show you that build, and then let's head into the battle. I'll actually start by showing you Power of Dominance, of course, is off. Let's click back to 21. No power of dominance. All right, let's head back into the battle and let's click on VALARA over here. I will say all of my tier 1 gear on my test server account. And by the way, let's celebrate. We are on the Fastidious test server. This is a lot of menus to X out of. There you go. We are back, baby, and we are live from the Fastidious test server. But yeah, all my tier 1 gear on the test server, it's all ancient gear. I tried to pick kind of reasonable gear, but remember, you don't have to run her as a solo DPS, and you do not have to use only tier 1 sets. So this is my VALARA. I am running her at Awaken level 0. Very simple, full skill ups. She unfortunately has the bond skill with Moradin. I know that makes her a little less accessible, though I do think almost everyone will pull for Moradin on the limited banner, and I do know that everyone should do that, but you can't turn off bond skills on the test server, though I would love if we would be able to do that. We do have the bond skill, but she's Awaken level 0. She has her exclusive artifact, which is 100% free to play from the anniversary event shop, and it is base promotion. Just plus 10, no additional promotions at all. And here is the gear. On the right side, we have a wisdom set with attack bonus main stat on all 3 pieces. You can see here I picked up a little rage regen. Here we picked up some flat HP, which we do not need at all. And here we picked up flat attack. This piece is very strong. But then on the left side, some very normal basic annihilating might. You know, the 4th subset here, not that good. Then we have attack bonus, crit rate, and attack speed, so no extra crit damage. And then here we have attack bonus, crit rate, and crit damage with some useless defense bonus for this build. This is a good build, especially with tier 1 gear. That being said, I just want to reiterate this one more time. You do not have to run her solo, and you do not have to run her in tier 1. If you want to put her in Cataclysm or Infernal Roar or Soulbound Arcana, all of that works amazingly well on her. Frankly, you could run her in tier 2 and tier 3 broken set pieces, but because of the increased main stat, they all have a 10% higher main stat, right? 66% attack bonus on a tier 2 or tier 3 right side attack bonus piece as opposed to 60. That would also work. These are the total stats. She has tremendous base attack, even at Awaken level 0. She's over 6,100 base attack, so we obviously heavily invested in the attack, and we got that up to 22,423. These other stats here don't matter too much. She has a very typical fighter-style base attack interval of 2.6 seconds. Obviously, she's not a fighter. She's a tactician, but she's basically a fighter that you can put on platforms. She's just like a really, really OP fighter. She's a mix, if like a mage and a fighter had the most beautiful Pegasus riding love baby, love child, that would be VALARA. She's crazy. 407 attack speed. She is crit capped, and then just over 300% crit damage at 312%, 20% rage regen, and that's it, baby. We are totally cooking, no cuts. Let's head straight into battle, and then after the battle, I will show you the builds on these epics. Actually, one I want to show you right now is Dolores, just to say I've got her in full broken set gear. The only unit I have in Invig is going to be Laurel, and I just went for HP bonus, nothing else matters. Very simple tanky build so she doesn't die. She's going to give the Invigoration, the plus 10% attack buff to VALARA. And then the only thing that is noteworthy with Dolores is I am running her in her exclusive amulet. That is just because I'm making a guide and I don't want RNG. So this guarantees the fact that she's going to have the additional 20% chance for the additional rage regen from her passive, Merciful Beauty. She already has an 80% chance at A5. That makes it 100, takes out the RNG. But you can see, I mean, broken set on the right, you know, good but normal artifact. We're cooking. Let's tear this thing in half. I'm not going to cut because I want to show you guys I'm not up to any shenanigans. We're not going to cut here. Mitchell, who's editing this video, shout out to my editor, Mitchell. Doesn't edit many of my Watcher Realms videos, but this is a good one. I have a feeling this is going to be a good one, so I decided we got to employ his services. He'll edit a ton of stuff on the Etheria channel, though, so definitely check it out. All right, let's get into it. So you want to deploy VALARA here. However, I'm going to, just for the sake of a showcase, I am going to deploy her on a ground tile to begin, just so I have a little moment where I show you guys how to move a tactician, especially one like VALARA, who currently is the only tactician in the game who can move not just among tiles, but from melee tiles to platform tiles, and platform tiles to melee tiles. She's very unique like that. This actually took me about 2 minutes to figure out. So you've got her down here. We'll just restart the battle, but I just want to show you this demonstration very quickly. If I double click her ultimate, she's just going to do her ult. She doesn't move. So if this quick cast underneath me right here, this button with the cursor, that's just going to make her use her ult, which is an amazing ult, a very strong ult, but we won't get to do the can choose and move to a deployable tile within 4 tiles. To do that, you've got to click on her and then click the ult button that appears right above her, or here, in this case, right below her. So once you click that, now you get this 4 tile radius in every direction. Any deployable tile turns green. And for VALARA specifically, for other tacticians, the other 2 we have right now, Astral and Moradin, it is just the melee tiles, so it would just be here. But for VALARA, she has a 4 tile radius, which is enormous, and she can go on platforms. So what we'll do is I'll show you, we can move her here. Now you just pick the direction, and then boom. Now she's basically a mage, and once she lands, the ult begins. Okay? So let's just start over, and let's actually do the battle properly. I'll show you that quickly again, but when you actually treat this as a guide, just put her here right away. It doesn't matter. All right, let's put Laurel right here, and she's going to give Invig to VALARA. Let me move myself out of the way, plus 10% attack. You can see that there. All right, let's soldier on. Now we're going to put Dolores here. So currently, VALARA is not in Dolores range, but once I move her over here, obviously she will be. Now we're going to place Mari on the right. Mari's bringing a little bit of extra crowd control. We don't really need it because VALARA has so much slow, and she even has some knockback, but the extra slows are nice, and certainly the freeze is nice, but the main thing with Mari is just getting out the vulnerabilities, right? She's putting out a fairly decent AoE magic and physical damage vulnerability. The magic one's the only relevant one here, but it just leads to a little extra DPS. Once these guys start moving, I'm going to move her over here, but remember, when you use this as a guide, just deploy her on that spot right away. So let's move her over. Now we are going to get hollow placed. And you can see already, I mean, these numbers, I'll throw it on 1x, are enormous. I haven't even ulted with Dolores yet. I mean, look at these numbers. 250, 350. Those are just like the ramped up ultimate basic attacks. It is crazy. I didn't ult with Mari. I was late to ult with Dolores, and she just deletes everything. Last deploy, and then we're already done, is we're going to place Vortex here. You could use any healer. We just need someone to keep Mari alive. It's as simple as that. I'm also going to make myself slightly smaller. All right, there we go. Now we're kind of off to the races. You're going to see I don't ult very much with Laurel. She does give rage, which helps, so I'll do it once in a while. She's really here because her passive, when Laurel is not ulting and any ally anywhere on the map ults, she's going to give them a plus 20% damage boost for 8 seconds. So just a little extra DPS for VALARA, since VALARA is doing all the DPS. But let's wait. You can also see we have no anti-heal, so we're using tier 1 gear on our DPS, solo DPS, base level, and base promotion. Well, I guess it's plus 10, but base promotion, artifact, and no anti-heal, and we're just going to cook. Not much more to it. We'll wait for this little heal to go through, and then we're just going to lock in and delete everybody. All right, let's go. Let's get ready with Dolores. Boom. Now we can ult with Laurel and with Hollow. You can see here, if I click on... oh no, it already ended. But you'll see the next one when I ult. You'll see the damage boost that Laurel is giving VALARA. Let's get a freeze here from Mari. And she's destroying everything. There's no other way to put it. There really isn't. She's doing slows. Mari's doing slows. There's a knockback. All right, let's ult with Dolores, ult with VALARA. Now, you see when I double click on the quick cast, there's no option to move. So I'm just using her as a normal unit, not like a movable, displaceable unit. If we click on her here, you're going to see this is the damage boost, plus 20%. It's about halfway done. It lasts for 8 seconds. That is from Laurel. As long as Laurel's not ulting, you're going to do that. You can see we're just tearing this. They haven't even touched the wall yet. And no one's really going to touch the wall until the very end of the fight. There's some big guys that gather over here. And because we don't have anti-heal, we have to kind of slowly chip away at them. But we'll win. No problem. And again, if you just brought a second DPS, you could do it in your sleep. Or if you just brought an anti-heal, you could do it in your sleep. Everything becomes easier if you don't want to do it bare bones. But even if you do it bare bones like this, I mean, it's not that bad. Let's get these guys going. Get a little delete button here. There you go. Like, so now the big guys finally come down. We're at 33 kills, about to be 36 kills. And what, 4% of the health from the wall is gone? Let's get a freeze here with Mari. Slow those guys down. Throw it back on 2x. Let's pick up Laurel in 1 second. I want to get a little boost. Let's ult with Hollow. Now we're going to pick up Laurel, so Hollow gets a rage boost. We go Dolores, and we go VALARA. Let's ult with Vortex 2 to make sure Mari doesn't die. So these big guys here on the right especially, they will put a dent in the wall, but we're going to be okay. Already over 40 kills. This is all tier 1 gear, guys. VALARA is worth the hype. She is legitness. We're going to save that Dolores ult to line up with VALARA. Also going to delay here. I don't want to waste the ult when the heal's there. So we got a little freeze. All right, now let's go. Boom, boom. We got Laurel. So we're going to wait for a second. As soon as we ult with Hollow, then we're going to pick up with Laurel. So Hollow will also get the boost. Let's get a freeze with Mari. It's nice to get the freezes with Mari because when you're doing that, obviously they can't be attacking the wall. So it's a fairly defensive move. That's just a good Gear Aid 1 trick in general. Let's ult with Dolores, ult with VALARA. Hopefully we can kill like 5 guys here. A bunch of guys really low. Yeah, pretty good. Give me a couple more. All right, nice. So this is what I was talking about. We get those couple guys on the side that are very pesky, but have no fear. This time I'm going to ult with Dolores right away because we have Laurel coming in a second anyway. I'd love to just pick off at least one of those guys. We did get him. All right, cool. So we just have 2 more mobs to kill. Not too shabby. Let's go with VALARA. Now let's pick up, Hollow, then pick up Laurel. Looking good. Vortex, Laurel. Excuse me, Vortex, Dolores. And now everyone's dead. It does take a minute depending on the Radiant Erosion RNG. This is true damage based off of the boss's defense. It can take a minute to kill the boss at the end, but you're going to be fine. And even if the wall goes down, which it's come close, but it's never gone down for me in my testing, you have so many slows from Mari and VALARA, it still shouldn't be a problem as long as the boss is close to death. Here you go. We're chipping away. Let's get a boost here. And we're off to the races. That's it. I guess the race is over. We were off to the races. Now we're finishing the races. I guess off to the races is pretty apt as well, since these are like horse riding tacticians. There you have it, guys. Pure. We didn't do any cuts with the actual battle. You saw that from showing the gear into this. It's tier 1 gear. It's 5 other epics, and then VALARA, and we're cooking. You know, no anti-heal, no special high-level artifact, just the free-to-play exclusive from the shop. And there you go. 264 million DPS. And then just completely negligible from Laurel and Dolores, and just about, what, 250,000. It's a beautiful thing. So there you have it. I hope this was a great encapsulation of of her true power, a good demonstration of what she's capable of. Here's Vortex. I'm just looking for HP bonus and then attack speed and flat HP. We went broken set again, HP bonus, flat HP, attack speed. Same story yet again. Here we're looking for HP bonus, flat HP, and then attack speed. The heal effect's nice too. And then there you go, a little HP bonus and attack speed. For the artifact, single target healing, fine. While we're here, there you go. Here is, I showed her briefly, but here's Laurel. Just looking for her to be tanky enough not to die. I'd say 30k HP is good. We did 40k. And then Invig to give a little boost to VALARA. You can tell she doesn't really need it. Depends on your build, but there you go. Nightmare Samsara, this helps her cycle her ult a little faster. Who else do we miss? Mari, I'm looking for tankiness and speed. Nothing more, nothing less. So HP with a lot of attack speed. Rage Regen's nice if you can get it. But you can see attack speed with Rage Regen HP bonus, and then HP bonus with attack speed Rage Regen. We just want her to not die, and we want her very fast. She doesn't need to be this fast. This is kind of overkill. But there you have it. She's doing a good job with crowd control and a very good job with the vulnerabilities. That's going to be Mari. She's also in a Nightmare Samsara. Then we've got Hollow over here. We're looking for speed. We're looking for healing. We're looking for attack because she's an attack-based healer. It's pretty simple. We went broken set again. Sorry for all the ancients, but all my tier 1 gear basically is ancient on the test server. There's a euphoric orb, a little extra speed for everyone, and that is literally it. We didn't deploy Pyros. We did not deploy Raiden. So there you have it, guys. I hope it was worth the wait. That is going to be my guide on VALARA. I could also do a guide with her inside of an entire full comp for 124. If people want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. But I thought this was the purest, cleanest demonstration of her power, while also delivering like a really applicable guide to a lot of people that are still progressing through the game. So there you have it. That is VALARA. Thank you so much for your patience while I didn't have the test server. Thank you for your patience in general, just because I've been so busy with so many things. And speaking of being busy, quick reminder, definitely go check out my channel over here. Etheria Station. I could really use the support. I'm so excited for this new project. And don't worry, it will only mean more Watcher of Realms content on this channel, not less, because now on this channel, my attention will not be divided. Thank you, share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.